Perfect. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place of comfort, wellness, and security for your family. Today, we're using more digital and electronic devices. While they bring convenience and enjoyment, these devices also emit electromagnetic waves constantly during use. Invisible to our eyes, these electromagnetic waves affect the environment around us. As a result, we are exposed to these types of waves day in, day out. Introducing emGuarde, a patented technology by Enagic. When turned on, emGuarde neutralizes the electromagnetic waves within 1 gigahertz, creating a defense zone of 8 meters. emGuarde harmonizes the environment around you, making it safe for you and your loved ones. Simply place it wherever it's needed and plug it into a dedicated USB port, whether you're on the go, at work, or in the comfort of your home. emGuarde is designed to integrate seamlessly in any situation. You can now enjoy the benefits of technology without worrying about any potential risks. Protect your family's health and well-being. Contact your Enagic distributor today. emGuarde. Change your environment, change your life.
That's right, guys. As the video shared, change your environment, change your life. Now, there is a growing problem today. The problem is that every single human being on Earth, we are being exposed to more and more electronic devices. Maybe even in your home, maybe in your vehicle, in your working place. I mean, hey, even parks, even playgrounds, some of them have satellite antennas for Wi-Fi in the parks. I mean, you name it, right? So everywhere we go, we are being exposed to all of these electronic devices. And with that exposure, there is a growing concern. The concern is that we are being exposed to more and more EMF radiation. EMF stands for electromagnetic frequency radiation. And EMF is produced by every single electronic device available in the market, right? So whether you're using an iPhone, whether you're using a Samsung, whether you're using, I don't know, every single electronic device will emit a certain amount of EMF radiation. And guys, this is not a new topic. Talk about 10, 15 years ago, there was already an awareness about this. I mean, we all know, especially as parents, we all know that exposure to all of these electronic devices for our children, for ourselves, in a long-term view of it, long-term exposure to these devices actually do lead to certain health implications or even some detrimental health effects. And the thing is, we don't really see it. So when we don't see it, we ignore it, we forget about it because it is not in our view, right? Because EMF radiation is not something that we can visibly see. So today, I'm so happy to introduce to you our latest technology, which is here to combat the exposure of ourselves being to EMF radiation. Let me introduce to you emGuarde. The name itself, EM, stands for electromagnetic guard, and this is Enagic's latest patented technology. Now, let's backtrack 30 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. I am 30 this year, and I kind of grew up between two generations. I grew up as a kid, pretty much spending a lot of my free time outdoors, playing in the park, running around, climbing trees, playing football, and I wasn't really exposed to any of these. The earlier generations of phones, right? I wasn't exposed to any of those because that was just how things were. Unfortunately, today, children are being exposed extortionately to all of these electronic devices, not only for their entertainment, also for their education, and also for just on a daily basis. I mean, they have to learn And we as parents and we as older brothers and whatnot have you, we cannot limit the younger ones from learning how to use these electronic devices because it is part of their uh life. When they go to work, they need to know how to use a laptop, they need to know how to use the internet, they need to know how to operate an iPad and what and so on, so off. So for us to be able to limit the exposure, impossible. So we need a solution because children are very, very fragile and delicate. And we want to do our best to protect these young ones. Now, I talk about a growing problem. This growing problem, I call it the EMF radiation pollution. This basically is the new pollution. And again, unlike the typical pollution that we are exposed to, like water, air, and noise pollution, EMF radiation pollution does not affect any of our senses directly. We don't see it, we don't smell it, and certainly we don't feel it. But I would like to challenge the last one, feeling it. Because I have met a lot of people today that they have claimed when they walk into certain places with a lot of electronic devices around them, they feel something. They feel a heaviness. They feel nauseated. They feel instant tiredness. So actually, EMF is becoming more and more obvious because we are starting to feel the effects of it, right? So what are the sources of this EMF radiation? Again, anything and everything that uses electricity to operate, whether it may be your cell phone. Let's play a game, guys. Let's play a game. Who here has a cell phone? All of us. Who here has a Wi-Fi router at home? All of us. Who here has an air conditioner at home? All of us. Again, I'm not going to go through every single one, but every single one of us has at least 8 out of 9 of these things at home. Am I right, guys? So with all of these electronic devices in your home, one can only wonder, man, am I being exposed? Extremely exposed to all of this EMF radiation? The answer is yes, right? But do not worry, do not fret, because there is a solution to all of this. Now, I just want to run through some specifics because when I talk about EMF radiation, some people, they don't really get it. Some get confused, and I don't blame you. It is something that is kind of scientific, something a bit sciencey, and not everybody is science inclined. So let's get down into the details first. So let's take, for example, my telephone, my handphone. When my handphone is operating at its normal process, there's actually 3 types of energies being produced. Number 1, it is the black energy called the electromagnetic field energy. We call this as AC or DC power, right? So it is basically the current, the electric that is being used to operate or turn on the electronic device. Number 2, the blue energy, the signal transmission energy. This is the energy that is being communicated between the satellite, your router, and to your phone, right? So most like laptops, your cell phones, and things that require access to the internet or the server, as we call it, will have this second energy, right? Are you guys with me? All good? Now, the third energy is called electromagnetic noise energy. It is highlighted in red. Now, if you read very carefully in the description, it says unwanted radiation or byproduct from electromagnetic field energy, the black energy, and signal transmission energy, the blue energy. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about EMF radiation pollution, we are talking about number 3, the noise energy, right? So let me quickly use a house as a description to clarify things more. Now, this is your home. You are sitting on your sofa. You have your laptop in front of you, as you do right now, watching the Zoom, right? You have your kitchen nearby. You have your computer and everything. So this is a house. Now, the black energy is the energy that is the wires and everything that you have to plug your devices into to operate and turn them on. This is the black energy. The blue energy is the energy that is communicated between your laptop, the router, your computer, and the router. Right? Very clear illustration. Now, where is the red energy? Right? All of us are wondering, where's the red energy? Unfortunately, it is everywhere. As long as there is the first and second energy, the third energy will be present because it is a byproduct. So I hope you guys understand what we are trying to do with the emGuarde, because when the emGuarde is installed in your house, what the emGuarde does, it sends out a harmonics frequency not to disturb the first and second energy, it is to disturb and suppress the third energy. All right, so I hope you guys have gotten clarity from this lovely, lovely demonstration. It was made by one of the tech guys in Malaysia, and apparently I found out he spent a week on this, designing this whole thing. All right, so it's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to him. So let's get into the negative health effects of being exposed to too much electromagnetic disturbance. Now, we use different terms: disturbance, interference, noise. So if you see a lot of these things, they are actually all the same thing. All right. Now, WHO, World Health Organization, in 2011, they classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, increasing a group B, right? It says group B right here, potentially increasing the risk for glioma. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what is in group B, carcinogenic to humans, group B? Cigarettes. It is also in 2B. So they are saying that exposing yourself to EMF radiation is literally like inhaling secondhand smoke. Boom. Scary enough? You can go and Google it. You can literally go and Google WHO Group B carcinogens. It will literally say cigarettes, right? And glioma is a malignant type of brain cancer associated with, guys, wireless phone use. Wireless phone use. 2011, I can only remember those years as when iPhones and smartphones and all these phones started to become popular, right? Prior to that, what were we using? We were using those big Nokia phones, those, like, you can literally throw the phone against the wall and the wall will crack, right? So those were the olden days phone. And now today, one can literally live and function throughout their entire day, operating their business, their social life through this phone, right? So technology is absolutely amazing, but with this amazing technology improvement, there's also certain side effects. Now, before I go into this, I want to just state some certain other health effects when it comes to EMF exposure. And I want to ask the crowd this. So do respond with me if you do have ever felt this way. For those who have been working on your computer, maybe you're working from home or you're working in an office, perhaps you spend a considerable amount of time using your computers, right? Maybe 3, 4, 5 hours. Have you ever, prior to emGuarde, have you ever felt lethargic from using your computer for too long? Have you ever felt your eyes being dry from using your computer too long? Have you ever had migraines, headaches for no reason because you've been using your computer for too long? Have you ever had problems sleeping because you're using your computer for too long? Sound familiar? Perhaps you have one, two, or few of them, because I have. And I'm only 30 years old. So all of these things are actually negative health effects of being exposed to too much EMF radiation, right? And this is where the emGuarde comes in, guys. The emGuarde is a patented technology, one of a kind. The purpose of the emGuarde is to harmonize targeted high-frequency electromagnetic noise radiation up to 1 gigahertz or 1000 megahertz. And I want you guys to remember this 1000 megahertz, 1 gigahertz range, right? Because it's a very important number to understand. Because in the next slide, I will explain why. Now, the emGuarde coverage range is up to 4 meter radius or 8 meter in diameter. And ladies and gentlemen, when you do get your emGuarde, please use the USB-C cable that comes with the emGuarde only, right? So you don't want to use the USB-C cables that are available on the market. They're slightly different. Okay, so I want to dive into why 1000 megahertz is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, this is from the FCC, the Federation Communications Commission from the United States. They state that the human body, and this
Your
is...
home is your sanctuary,
Hold on.
a place of
Okay, got it. For some reason, it started playing. This is from the FCC. They stated that the human body is susceptible or is easily to absorb RF energy, radio frequency energy, effectively at the range of 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. So this is the range where our human body needs to be careful of, right? Why? Because they further explain that certain organs in the body are actually functioning at certain frequencies. Your brain is 72 to 90, human body 62 to 78, heart frequency 67 to 70. And all of these frequencies are between 30 to 300, and the emGuarde is harmonizing all the way up to 1000 megahertz. So some people ask me, okay, let's just say the frequencies are all correct. My phone is not always in my hand. All right. So my air conditioning is not always pointed at me. Though sometimes I'm far away from electronic devices. My television is very far away. How does it reach me? Let me introduce to you something called the resonance theory. The resonance theory speaks about even though two objects are not physically attached to each other, because they're vibrating at the same frequencies, they can actually affect each other through space and time. All right, so let me just play a quick video to illustrate the resonance theory. There you go. A very simple experimentation. I'm sure some of you have done it in your high school or even your college, in your science class. And that's how the frequencies from your phone are actually coming into contact with your body, right? Now, I'm not going to explain too much, but I'm going to say this one last thing. Let's say you speak on your phone like this. Now, the byproduct is that your ear gets hot. Very normal, very common. My question is, why, after speaking on your phone for 5 minutes like this, the side of your face becomes tingly, numb? Has anyone ever experienced this before? Because I have, and a lot of people in my family also has, right? So a question for you. Now, this is a report. This is actually a doctor's study. Her name is Dr. Magda Havas. Now, Dr. Magda Havas is a Canadian doctor, and she has spent her life researching about how our human body reacts to high exposure to EMR. Now, in a healthy human body's red cell, when we are in a clean EMR environment, it will look something like this, where your red blood cells are free, they're easy, and they're just flowing, and that's how blood is supposed to be. But in her research, she said that when you expose yourself to EMR or high amounts of EMR, let's say through a mobile phone or even a computer for so minutes, what happens is that there's actually a Rulox formation happening in your blood cells. Now, this is basically the stacking or the grouping of your red blood cells. And she has said that because of the Rulox formation, it can lead to poor circulation, it could lead to low oxygen transport, it can even lead to headaches, fatigues, and even difficulty in concentrating. All right, so this is the Rulox formation, and this is Dr. Magda Havas. You can go ahead and research her study online on Google. Now, So question is, how do we find out if there are actually EMF radiation around us? So EMF radiation is a frequency. So we have actually used a frequency detector. We call it the SDR, software defined radio, right? And what you can do is you can get an Android phone and you can plug it into this dongle thingy and this antenna thingy, and then apparently it captures the frequencies in your environment. So this is a video. Let's take a look together.
So I want you guys to see. Just zoom in on the phone, Ben. You can just take a look at this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So the software is connected to a dongle that connects to an antenna. And the antenna is receiving the interference around this room. It's unbelievable. Take a look at the chart. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy. We have not seen this anywhere else. Okay? So now what we want to find out is, if we have the emGuarde, what can it do to us and what can it do for us? So it's not connected. Now, I'm going to put next to the SDR software. I'm going to turn it on. In 3, 2, 1. Look at the wave spectrum. It's gone down. I'm going to unplug the emGuarde.
How about this suppression?
All right. Take a look at the suppression, guys. Here, take a look at the suppression. Boom. With the emGuarde turned on.
And there you go, guys. That is how exactly the emGuarde works. It basically takes all of these frequencies and they suppress them all the way down. And if you can look here on the phone, it actually says 10 something, 10 something 0.2 megahertz. And that is actually the range of where they are actually suppressing these frequencies. Right, so a very simple video to demonstrate how the emGuarde really works. Now, this video is also using the SDR, but is to observe how effective the emGuarde is when it's not directly next to the antenna. All right.
Alright, so in this section of the video, I'm going to show you how emGuarde has the ability to alleviate the radiation from this LED light bulb 4 meters away from this antenna. Okay, so now first of all, I would like you to see the screen. From the software itself, everything is clear before I turn on the LED. Now as soon as I turn on the LED, as you can see, you can actually see that the noise field from the EM radiation comes back and it's actually showing in this blue curvy line. Okay, so now I'm going to invite my team to take this emGuarde away from me for about 4 meters, okay, in radius. Okay, now I'm going to invite my team to power on the emGuarde. Just plug the USB-C, leave it on the table. Now as soon as the emGuarde's on, as you can see, the frequency spectrum from the SDR software has been cleared away. Okay, now as soon as I unpower the emGuarde, please remove the power line from the emGuarde, just unplug. Wait for about 2 to 3 seconds. The radiation from the LED comes back immediately. Now let's do another control test by powering up the emGuarde again. Please put the USB-C power cable into the emGuarde. There you go. And immediately, as you can see, everything is cleared away. And this is to show you that emGuarde works effectively 4 meters away from this antenna.
Yep. So even when the emGuarde is not directly next to you, it will work up to 4 meter radius. So ladies and gentlemen, how does the emGuarde really works? So we all know that every electronic device will emit the noise energy, the red energy, as long as they're being operated and turned on. So the emGuarde comes in, installed in your house, and it sends out a harmonics frequency, right? We can read together. emGuarde utilizes harmonics frequencies to effectively suppress targeted electromagnetic noise radiation between 3 megahertz to 1000 megahertz within a 4 meter radius. Right, so this is the official description of what the emGuarde really does. Yeah, so please go ahead and take a photo of the description. Because when you introduce the emGuarde to somebody, you want to say the right things. Because I've heard some really funny things, right? I've heard some people saying that it destroys radiation, it can protect your family from nuclear radiation and all that kind of stuff, right? So we don't want to overpromise people. We want to say the right things. This is okay, so I always believe that evidence beats conversation. This is a very important document to kind of note. This is enagic Malaysia. They sent the emGuarde to test for the range as well as the frequency suppression, and they sent it to the University Science of Malaysia. It's a third party, a government-owned science facility in Malaysia, right? So you can see here emGuarde 26th January 2024, and basically the effective range of RF white noise suppression. This is the result of their report. I'm not going to go through the numbers. I myself have no clue what they're saying, but these are the results of the report in English. Number one, emGuarde successfully performed as required at distances 4, 5, and 6 meters in radius under the various environment, right? So now we know it's not 4 meters, guys. Good news is more than that. It's 5 to 6 meters. And just if you're wondering what are the various environments, it is basically a residential space, working office, and a laboratory. And in these places, yes, there are doors, there is walls, there's ceilings and everything. And yes, the emGuarde does go through all of the walls as well as the doors, right? So you don't have to worry about that. Now, the second result, I think this one is super, super important, and this gives me absolute confidence, right? It says here, the emGuarde effectively suppresses unwanted electromagnetic noise waves radiation between 71 megahertz and 73 megahertz. So if you remember from a few slides ago, the FCC states that our human body, our brain, our organs, they are functioning at certain frequencies, right? Are those frequencies not close to these frequencies? Absolutely, yes. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, I just want to clarify, the emGuarde does not suppress all of the frequencies between 3 megahertz and 1000. They select. They select certain known frequencies that have been proven to cause harm to the human body. And so we know 71 to 73 is one of the few frequencies, not few, one of the many frequencies the emGuarde suppresses. All right, so I think this is a super important finding because it proves that the emGuarde is protecting our organs. You guys feel amazing for that? Absolutely. All right, so these are some photos of how the testing was done. A home, a working office, laboratory, and so on and so forth. And the conclusion is emGuarde works more than 4 meters, up to 6 meters, and it is suppressing certain frequencies, right? So I don't know about you, but this report gives me absolute confidence to market and to introduce this device to as many people as I can. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the emGuarde. This is what we call the environment harmonizer. And the slogan for this product is change your environment, change your life. So if you're interested in investing in an emGuarde today, the retail price of an emGuarde is $1,480 US. Do note that if you're from different parts of the world, the price will be slightly different because of VAT or even tax and whatnot have you. All right, so but the general price is $1,480 US. And from my experience so far, and from a lot of kind of testimonies that people have been giving me, now a lot of them have been claiming that the emGuarde has been able to improve their quality of sleep. Let's face it, guys, a lot of us have very bad habits of charging our phones in the room where we sleep. Some of us have laptops, computers running in the room that we sleep in. There's air conditioning blowing straight at our face when we try to sleep. So a lot of them have not changed any of those habits, but have installed an emGuarde in their house. And even though those bad habits are still there, they have claimed that they have gotten much better sleep, even for myself and for my family, right? So I'm not going to say that emGuarde protects you from what and what not have you, but I'm going to say this. If emGuarde is suppressing all of these frequencies, and at the very least, it improves your quality of sleep every single day moving forward. To me, that is a good enough reason for me to invest in an emGuarde immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, you spend 1/3 of your lives sleeping. If you can improve that 1/3, how much more productive will you be in the 2/3 of your life, right? So this is the emGuarde. This is the technology, and this technology is available for you to invest in for your protection, for you and your family, right? Now, don't go away just yet, because I'm getting into the fun part. Now, this is an amazing technology, yes, right? But there's an even more amazing product for me to introduce to you. And that is emGuarde, the company that's introducing the emGuarde to the world. They are looking for partners. They are looking for people to partner with in your country to market this amazing technology. And ladies and gentlemen, for those who are joining this Zoom call, honestly, you are the very small percentage that has been exposed to this technology. You're probably one of the first few people in your community, in your state, in your area to know about this amazing technology. So with that in mind, let me introduce to you how you can turn this amazing technology into a business of your dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you emGuarde's Global Partnership Program. So to introduce emGuarde to every single one of you, emGuarde is a 50-year-old Japanese direct selling company. The headquarters is in Okinawa, Japan. And for those who celebrated with emGuarde in Okinawa, one of you would have gotten a bottle that looks like this. And I see one already with Simona. Right now, Simona, give me a thumbs up if that event was absolutely phenomenal. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 8,000 distributors from around the world flocked to Okinawa. From what I heard, Okinawa had problems accommodating the amount of people that came in for those few days. Hotels were fully booked out. Rental cars were fully gone. Because Okinawa, ladies and gentlemen, is a very small country. The population of Okinawa was only approximately, I don't know the exact figure, but I think it's about 150,000 people. That is the population of Okinawa. 8,000 people came into Okinawa. They could not deal with the love and passion we have for emGuarde. So that is emGuarde, guys. And just to state, we have 43 offices around the world in 23 countries. So this company, no joke, it is a big, massive company. All right. And yes, they are the manufacturers and sole right distributors for not sole right, they have the sole to sell these Kangen water machines. And if you have heard of these Kangen water machines, if you have seen a demonstration, you know how powerful this water is, right? So let's dive into the business side of things. How does emGuarde operate? emGuarde operates from a direct selling model. What does it mean is that you as a customer for emGuarde can automatically choose to become a distributor without any additional fee, without any renewal fee, without any stocks to keep, right? As long as you have any of emGuarde's products, the emGuarde, the Kangen water machine, you can become a distributor immediately. And you can go out, you can do your marketing, you can pitch this product to as many people as you can, and you will get your direct sales commission. But the interesting thing about this partnership program is that just like yourself, you were a customer, but you became a distributor. Your customers can also choose to become a distributor as well, and they can introduce this technology to their own friends and family. And the company will pay you indirect sales commission. So you're actually getting paid on two types of commissions, direct and indirect. And in the company, we calculate all of this as your total group sales, right? So very important to remember the word group sales here. So how does the commission work? We know that the product's price is 1,480 US dollars. The company's main commission that you will be exposed to is called the 8A or 8 points commission. How does it work? Is that out of the price of 1,480 US dollars, eMagic has already allocated 520 US dollars for us, for the distributors. This 520 US dollars is further split into 8 equal parts, or in our company, we call it 8 A's. So 1A is 65 US dollars, right? Very, very clear. So imagine this 520, the commission is split into an 8-sliced pizza, right? And how many slices you take per sale depends on the rank that you are currently are in the company. So what are the ranks? Of course, when you haven't started the business, you haven't sold any products, you are considered a 0A. But when you make your first direct sale, you become a 1A distributor and you will earn 65 US dollars. And when you make your second direct sale, you will also earn 65 US dollars per emGuarde. Now, how do you become a 2A distributor? You need to make your third direct sale and you become a 2A distributor and you will make 130 US dollars. Not too shabby, right? Pretty good commissions from the start. Now, 3A, you need to have a special requirement, which is to achieve 10 cumulative emGuarde group sales. Now, I want to touch word on I want to emphasize one word called group sales. Group sales is direct plus indirect. So you need not sell all 10 yourself. You can sell 5, and those 5 sell 1 each. You have another 5, and then you have 10 group sales, and you become a 3A on your next direct sale, the 11th one, right? And you will earn 195 US dollars. 4A, you need to have 20 cumulative emGuarde group sales. You become a 4A and you will earn 260 US dollars per direct sale of emGuarde that you make. Now, I want to kind of emphasize a word here as well called cumulative. Cumulative means it is always adding. It is always adding. It will never disappear. Meaning, if you work your way to become a 4A distributor today, you can take a 1-year break. And when you come back, you are still a 4A distributor. You make 1 direct sale and you're back at earning 260 US dollars. Is that great or is that amazing? Because in many other companies out there, if you disappear for 1 year, they forget about you. You are gone. You get reset, your points get reset, and you have to start back from scratch. And that is the very, very sad part. In eMagic, no. We value your effort, and the company wants you to do this long term, right? 5A, 50 cumulative emGuarde group sales, and your next direct sale, you will make 325 US dollar. And finally, 6A, you need to have 200 cumulative emGuarde group sales, and your next direct sale, you will earn 390 US dollars, right? So I hope you guys have a lot of clarity now as to what this business potentially can do for you if you take this on seriously, right? And if you do the math, ladies and gentlemen, within like 9 to 10 direct sales, you would have covered the cost of your emGuarde. And everything after that is just pure profit for your business. Now, let me ask you a question. today, if you want to invest in a business, how much do you have to invest to start a cafe, a drop shipping business, an internet business? Quite a large sum of money. And now we're asking you to invest 1,480 US dollars to start a business that can literally pay you forever if you do it correctly, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the commissions that you will make on your direct sales. But if you remember, company also pays you on your indirect sales. And this is the fun part. This is where this commission can exponentially blow up, and it may become the dream business for you. All right, so let's dive into the indirect commission. How do you get paid? So put ourselves here. This is you. Everything in green is your commission, right? Don't worry, this applies for everybody in the system. But let's just focus on ourselves for now. You sell your first unit of emGuarde to Tom. You become a 1A distributor. You make 65 US dollars. You introduce your second emGuarde to Alex. You are still 1A distributor. You make 65 US dollars. Now, when you introduce your third emGuarde to Rose, now you become a 2A distributor. Congratulations. And you earn 130 US dollar from that sale. What happens when when Tom introduces the emGuarde to Grace now, right? It is your indirect sale. You didn't sell this emGuarde to Tom. Tom did. Tom sold to Grace. You will earn 65 US dollar. So as all the sales that happens underneath of Tom, Holly, and Arthur. We call this your 1A overriding lane. All the sales underneath Tom and Alex, you will make 65 US dollars. The same thing applies for Kim and Rose, because these two now are your 2A distributors, your 2A lanes. So every single machine sold under Rose or Kim, you can expect to make 130 US dollars each. Wouldn't you feel so incentivized to help Kim grow her business? Absolutely. All right. Now, if we pay attention here and we calculate together, we have a total of 10 group sales. And after 10 group sales, you qualify to become a 3A distributor. All you need to do is introduce another direct lane, let's say May, then you become a 3A distributor, and every time May sells an emGuarde, you make 195 US dollars. And that's how you rank up in the system. Once you achieve the group sale, you must introduce a direct sale for you to step up in the rank. And again, to reinforce the idea, all the sales underneath of Kim's organization, you will earn 2A, which is 130 US dollars. Now, where does it stop? There must be a limit to the commissions, because for a reputable and for a legitimate direct selling company, there is no such thing as forever income. There's no such thing as infinite income, because that is just utter crap. If you hear that in the company, please run away, because you know that the company will collapse very, very quickly. Right? So, but emGuarde is legitimate, it is reputable, and they have a system. Now, if you remember in the last few slides, emGuarde has a budget of 8 points. Right? No more, no less. This is how the 8 points are paid. Let's look at John. John sells his first emGuarde to Don. John will make 65 US dollars, or we call it 1 point. The next person that gets paid is Bob, because Bob is the one that sold John the emGuarde. And it is the third direct sale for Bob. So Bob will make 130 US dollars, which is 2A. The same thing for Ani, the same thing for Kim. If the company only has a budget of 8As, and we have paid out 7, that leaves you with 1. So the sale from John to Don, it is 65 US dollar. The same thing from John to Dave. It is also $65 because John has yet to become a 2A distributor. But the moment John upranks to become a 2A distributor by selling his third emGuarde to Dan, now John makes 2A, Bob makes 2A, Arnie makes 2A, Kim makes 2A, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 minus 8 is 0, and this is what we call a non-8A sale. And ladies and gentlemen, a non-8A sale do not count as a group sale for your rank advancement purposes. But don't worry, there's always a silver lining, all right? Because this only applies to John and Dan. The question is, can Bob continue selling? Absolutely, yes. Can Bryce continue introducing this product to as many people as he wants to? Absolutely, yes. And the more important thing is that you can introduce more people into this business once your group sale count has achieved. Let's say you have 20 group sales, you qualify for 4A, you introduce Tony into the business. Every single time Tony sells an emGuarde, you make $260. If you support Tom, if you can create the culture for Tom to encourage him, what if Tony, not Tom, sorry, Tony, he sells 5 to 10 emGuardes in your organization every single month. That is over $1,250 just from Tom's efforts. Of course, you need to help him and train him as well. And sooner or later, Tom will be independent. Sorry, Tony. Why do I keep saying Tom? Tony will be independent. And Tony will go out and do his own thing because of what you have taught him. Same thing applies if you introduce Simon as your 5A distributor. Every time Simon sells $325. If Simon sells 10 a month for you, you make $3,250. And lastly, 6A. After 200 group sales, you introduce Sam. Every time Sam sells an emGuarde, $390. If he sells 10, that is slightly under $4,000. I don't know about you, but I feel very incentivized to encourage Sam, to work together with Sam, Simon, Tony, and May, and all my distributors. Because at the end of the day, I know one thing. If I'm making money, my team is also making money. And that's what I really love about this business plan. All right. So that is the 8 points and 8A's commission. I hope you guys see the big picture. I hope you guys can see the potential. And if you didn't notice already, guys, emGuarde's business is super amazing because of one thing. The cost, like the ability for you to earn good income comes very early in the business. You see, in a lot of other companies, what I don't like is that you really have to put a lot of work. You have to make sure a lot of things are aligned. You have to make sure your left and right are all aligned and all this kind of... You have to make sure the stars are literally aligned for you to earn a bit. And I don't like that. In the emGuarde business, all you got to do is just make sales. When you make a sale, you earn the commissions. And that is absolutely, absolutely amazing because it really, really justifies your effort and your time. All right? So this is the 8 point and 8A's commission. Now, for those more seasoned distributors, I'm going to go into a bit more nitty-gritty details, information that you need to have when you are building the emGuarde business, right? So we all know the selling price of the emGuarde is $1,480. For those who are planning to buy an emGuarde, for one name, for one ID, you're only allowed to buy 5 emGuardes. Out of the 5 emGuardes, 1 can only be a distributor account. The other 4 can be an end user account. But you don't have to worry. You just use your brother's name. Use your brother's name, use your husband's name, use your children's name, use your wife's name, whatever, right? Just get it done. But just for one name, 1 distributor account. Enroller system is not applicable for emGuarde sales, right? But SP protection is 90 days, just like the Kangen water machine, right? But no enroller system, yeah? No education bonus for emGuarde sales as a 6A. This is for the more seasoned distributors. Now, from 1A to 5A, every emGuarde sold in your organization will be considered as a 1-unit sale count. But in the month of you ranking up to a 6A, it is no longer 1-unit sale per emGuarde, it is half-unit sale count per emGuarde. All right, so let's just say if you need 10 group sales for you to achieve your 6A rank up this month, or let's say next month. If you are planning to sell all emGuardes, you need to sell not 10, but you need to sell 20 emGuardes for you to rank up to 6A. Right? No pass up in terms of commission, like the Ukon. It doesn't do that. It follows strictly the 8 points commission system like the Kangen water machines. And lastly, no EAPA membership discounts. Now, the biggest difference between the biggest difference is this right here. It's called the Kangen account and the emGuarde account. The Kangen account is a distributor who has purchased a level up machine, NSPA or Ukon to join the business. The emGuarde account is those who have joined recently, buying an emGuarde to join the business. So the big difference is that the commission per A for the Kangen account is 85, and for the emGuarde account, it is 65. This is to give more priority and benefits for those who have bought a Kangen water machine or any of Energic's products in the past. This is also to support the existing distributors. But do not worry, for those who are coming in with the emGuarde account, all you got to do down the line, down in a few months' time, when you have made some money in the emGuarde business, all you got to do is just buy any of Energic's products, and the 29% commissions that was gone will be reinstated for every emGuarde sales after you buy your level up machine or Kangen water machine, for example. Right? So don't worry too much. You can upgrade your emGuarde account to a Kangen account. And lastly, this is the for some of you, perhaps you want to look for some resources. Perhaps some of you want to start collecting your materials, your presentation slides, the videos that I use in this presentation for you to give yourself the advantage to kickstart your emGuarde business. And you must be wondering where to get all these materials. Well, if you just go to the Telegram group on the left, which is denoted in the green background, if you scan this, you will go into the Telegram group, go and search the archive files. You will find all of the presentation slides like the ones I'm using. And some of these slides get updated every single month because we're always looking for more information. We're always updating the information so that we can give you guys the best advantage possible. The middle one is the emGuarde official website, right? So you can go there, you can see the certificates, you can see all the documented evidence and whatnot have you. And lastly is the emGuarde library, which is basically the Telegram group, but it leads you straight into the library. All right. So do take note of these 3 QR codes. If you have your phone right now, do take a picture or do just scan them immediately to join the group. All right. For any further meetings and for any upcoming meetings, they will always be updated in the Telegram group. All right, we have come to the end of my presentation here. So I have shown you 2 things. I've shown you the emGuarde. I've explained the problem that the emGuarde is trying to solve. I've explained that the emGuarde is capable of quite a big range, and I've also proven to you through evidence that the emGuarde is truly suppressing harmful frequencies. I've also shown you that there is an opportunity available for you when you purchase this emGuarde. So you can look at it as 2 ways. Number 1, if you do get an emGuarde, you could look at regaining or recouping the cost of your investment in emGuarde by referring 10 people. The second one is if you see potential in your neighborhood, in your community, to be one of the first to market this amazing technology, you can turn this product into a business of your dreams. I have seen my mentors, I've seen my great friends in the business achieve certain ranks in the company, and the company gives them passive income every single month. If you're curious as what that is, it's called the legacy ranks. All right. If you really want to know more about all these legacy ranks and how this company can end up paying you for the rest of your life, taking care of your children and all what have you, if that is something that you're interested in, speak to the person that invited you into this Zoom call. Sit down with them, call them for coffee, get to know a bit more on how this business can really take off and can really change your life. Because I've seen enough, ladies and gentlemen. If someone comes and tell me if this emGuarde, can this emGuarde really sell? Can the business really make me money? I've seen enough to give you a confident yes. I've traveled to a lot of places around the world with Enagic distributors. I've heard so many stories of successes. I've heard so many stories of distributors changing their lives through the Enagic business. I've heard once from the Philippines just a few days ago, a mother was struggling to even feed her child. Through the Enagic business, within 2 years, they got a new home, they got a new car, managed to send the kid to university, one of the top universities in Manila, in 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. So that is what the Enagic business can do for every single one of us. Is it going to be easy? No, nothing is easy. But I can sure tell you it's going to be easier than a lot of other things. Right? At the end of the day, it's about being innovative, it's about being open, it's about being creative and how you want to do this business. All right, so I've come to the end of my presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to avail some questions. If you guys have any questions, do type it in the chat for me. If you want to maybe unmute yourself and speak to me, just do so. I'm going to make it available for you guys as well. Let me just figure out how to do that again. Okay, yeah, so I've already allowed you guys to unmute yourself or even talk in the chat. If you have any questions, do ask me now.
Sir, I have questions in the chat directly sent to you, please.
Okay, sure. By Mathe and Jojo, yeah.
Yes.
When claiming 6A, I want to get the bonus too. Can I sell 9 machines and Ukon and then 2 emGuarde, for example? Will the 2 emGuarde count as one unit build towards my 6A? Yes, it will. Actually, if you are achieving your 6A rank that month, if you sell 9 machines and an Ukon, let's say an Ukon Sigma, not a DD, yeah, a Sigma, just by selling 9 machines and Ukon, you will have already achieved your bonus. But let's just say if you do miss out on one, let's say you have only 8 machines and an Ukon Sigma, you can replace that missing machine with 2 emGuardes, and those 2 emGuardes will consider as one group sale. Yeah, and then you can use that to also achieve your 6A bonus. That's right.
Thank you, sir. Another one, sir, regarding the scanner, please.
Okay. Can you give us a place where to buy the RD93? Okay. Don't mind me asking, where are you in which part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in the UK, sir. We're being served by Germany.
Okay. I believe okay, so the RD9300 is actually we're having some production problems now because the factory is unable to keep up. I would recommend using the other detector called the SDR detector, software defined
Device.
radio. Yeah.
Mhm.
That one you can actually order from China. You can order from like China, you can buy it online, you can Google it online and try to find a source. Or if you know somebody from Malaysia, for example, or even in Singapore, you can get them to order it for you and ship it to you in the UK. But I believe there is going to be a Europe tour by my team soon. They will be bringing a couple of SDRs to Europe. I believe it's going to be like 30 units for now. So if you hear about a team going to Europe, quickly just get in touch with one of the people there and ask them if you can get your hands on SDR immediately, right? It's actually much cheaper than RD 9300. It's about 1/3 of the price. So it's actually much more affordable as well.
Yeah, the one I bought from the website, the shop, web shop of Enagic, Germany. It got broken. I mean, it failed. It's not scanning anymore. It's not a lot of demos I have done, so I need to replace it ASAP. So
I see.
thank you for that.
It was the one with the dongle and the wire, right?
No, the RD 9300.
I see. Yeah, we're having some issues with the RD detector because again, they're not manufactured by Enagic, they're third party. So right now we're actually we're actually looking for better solutions, which is the SDR detector, and that so far has been working for us very well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Can I promote in my page on Facebook and Instagram? 100%. You can, but do note that certain countries you have certain compliance to meet. You don't want to be saying anything that can get you or yourself or the company in trouble. So best is you contact your Enagic office closest to you, ask them what is the compliance requirement, and then from there you can start posting it online. Regarding the trifecta and quad, can you switch out the NSPA with an emGuarde and still get the same startup boost as a traditional trifecta and quad? The answer to that is yes, but you need to reposition the emGuarde specifically. So instead of the emGuarde being at the bottom, emGuarde has to be the top account, if you know what I'm talking about. Because if the emGuarde is at the bottom account, you end up getting less commission for every emGuarde sale because it is an emGuarde account. But if you put the emGuarde on top and you buy a Kangen machine underneath the emGuarde, then both accounts become full and then you'll get full commissions. So yes, you can use the emGuarde 100% for trifecta and quad. Most welcome. Ash, can I promote if I'm a Kangen distributor? Yes, you can. You definitely can. Again, but there is certain compliance that you need to meet. So do note that you need to meet those compliance, right? So you don't want to say wrong things online. Where can you get the replay? I believe the gentleman who does the recordings, he's here. He's right here. His name is Kangen Duncan. He is the one that actually records and he posts it on YouTube. I need to ask him for the link as to where he's posting these things. So let me get back to you. I'll probably post it on Telegram group. We've been advised to not put the emGuarde on top account. It is not accurate. Personally, I've done the mathematics. If you are buying more than one, let's say you're buying an emGuarde plus something else, it is always best to put the emGuarde on top. That is my personal opinion, because let's just say, if you put the Kangen account on top and you buy an emGuarde below, the commissions that you get is just an emGuarde commission. Right? If you put the emGuarde on top and you put the Kangen machine below, you get the Kangen commission. So you actually get back much more commissions if you put the Kangen machine bottom. Right? So that is the better move on my part. But again, a different team has different plans. Just that for my team, I do it like that. Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you so much for being responsive as well. I hope today I have given you more clarity as well as more information And I hope today I've encouraged you. Oh, I saw a
Hi.
hand go. Yeah. Hi.
Can I ask the last question? Sorry for hold
Sure.
up. I had a customer saying, yes, but doesn't this product also emits EMF? And I was like, well, I didn't know what to answer. So how would you answer that?
Okay. So the answer to that is yes. Because it is operating from an electric cable, it is connected to a wall plug, it will emit EMF. But here's the thing, it actually cancels the own EMF it produces.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
because what the emGuarde is doing is sending out a harmonics frequency. Yes, it is producing EMF itself, but it's also canceling out itself as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of said as well, but I wasn't sure if that's correct. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for this
You're most
presentation.
welcome. You're most welcome. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a good
Thank
morning.
you.
You're most welcome. Yeah, and I think for the last question, Gomie, yes, you can. You can buy an emGuarde to be a quad factor if you want. I call it quad. I didn't know you call it quad factor. So I think the emGuarde is definitely something a tool that you can use to actually boost your sales. If you think about it, to become a 5A, you need to have 50 group sales. Is it easier to sell 50 Kangen machines, or is it easier to sell 50 emGuardes? So that's something I'll leave for you guys. It's actually much easier to sell 50 emGuardes. It's much easier for you to achieve your 5A rank, and that only gives you massive amounts of commission back immediately, very, very fast. All right. So I hope you guys plan well. I hope you guys coordinate very well with your team, and I wish you guys all the best in the Magic business. And lastly, guys, the same meeting that is today is happening on Friday, same time. Please take advantage of the platform available. Some of you may not know how to present. Some of you may not have the tools to present. So take advantage of the Zoom. Don't come in alone. Come in with your prospects. Come in with your friends. Don't sell the product, sell events. That is my tip. And this is something that I've learned from Eric Worre. If you don't know who he is, he's one of the top and he is the face of network marketing. Go and research about him. He has many, many tips available for you guys. All right. So again, I hope you guys bring more people on Friday so that we have more new people and we can introduce this amazing technology to every single one. All right. Thank you again. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.